Hey guys, this is vlog number 5, and I'm preparing to do a master scene. Filming a master scene is going to be very exciting for me, and I think it's going to be a very good experience. So some things I want to really address and talk about for this master scene is I'm going to be having some focus on depth and creating that three-dimensional picture within the video. So, a few concepts from the book, as well as some of my own experience in film. I know it is important to create that illusion of depth with filming, and I want to make sure that although the picture may seem two-dimensional, we have to make sure that every character in the film must be seen as three-dimensional as perceived by the human eye. So yeah, images are naturally two-dimensional but consist of 3D objects as perceived by our eyes. To see the objects as 3D, an illusion of depth is created. So I really want to focus in on creating more of that depth. It is actually measured by a z-axis. If any of you did not know that, the z-axis is a much different part as compared to the x and y-axis, which measure height and width. But z-axis measures depth, which is very interesting, and I did not know that before this. So the placement of individuals and objects within the video is also a very important part of the film process. It helps us emphasize the illusion of depth and placement and arrangements of certain objects within the picture, and where the camera is placed. It's very important for creating a 3D image. Let me just adjust real quick. Now, choosing the lens is also a very important part. When you want to film, you want to make sure you have the right lens to determine the sense of depth that is in the frame. Using the wide-angle lens, as discussed in the book as well, would be beneficial for creating depth or emphasizing the z-axis. The optics reproduce a distorted perspective, in which background objects appear smaller and seem to be farther away. That's how we perceive it. That's how we see those objects within the video, to be perceived as being more distant, not as much smaller. So with the illusion of three-dimensional objects, it has been revolutionary for media production specifically. The technology used manipulates the actual way we see things and essentially mimics how our human eyes perceive it. Our eyes only spaced like 3 inches apart. They see the world from a different perspective. We always see the world from a different perspective. We will never know what the true world looks like. But our brains combine two different perspectives, allowing us to see depth and distance in order to actually create that sort of perspective. So yeah, what I actually plan on doing with regarding my master scene, I want to get a few characters. I want to essentially reenact an incident that happened in the Union recently. So it's going to be very interesting. It's nothing to worry about or anything like that, but it's going to be an interesting video. It's a bit controversial, but it's going to be very good. We're going to be basically reenacting someone who dumped water on our table as we were tabling in the Union. We're a political organization. They didn't agree with what we were doing, so they decided to get mad and dump water on our table. So it happens. It happens sometimes, but got to do what you got to do. So Yeah, this is going to be a very good experience. I think it's going to have a really good outcome, and I'm excited to get started with it. So yeah, I will catch you guys on the next vlog next week. See ya.